about makeup. My new pitch is basically I want to create a new makeup line. As you know, in 2015, the contouring revolution and the highlight revolution has really taken over the makeup industry. And I think that has a lot to do with social media. I think that social media has played a really big role in this revolution. So my presentation mainly pertains to the ladies. Sorry, boys. It's morning.
We're already playing glasses today. Just one thing. What revolution, guys, is she talking about? Don't say.
I know a lot about it.
Which, about what?
No, really, I already talked.
Yeah, he does know a lot about it, actually.
What revolution is she talking
sisters.
about, guys? What revolution did she say, Kira? No idea.
What did she say?
There are two particular things that she say are changing or have changed as a result of.
It's a new way
Makeup.
Yeah, you lost them. You lost.
Makeup.
Just makeup.
I'm gonna get them when I put the pictures up.
Say it again.
Due
Say it
to
again.
social media.
Huh?
Makeup revolution.
No, the two aspects. What two?
The contour. They don't know what contour is, though.
No, they don't.
Do you know what contour is?
Yes, because I have two sisters who keep telling me.
What is it?
You're gonna see, don't worry.
Huh?
So I want to ask you girls, how many of you how many of you consider yourself avid beauty buyers and people who are interested in makeup and beauty items, not necessarily makeup? Okay. How often would you?
No guys showing their hands.
Okay, guys as well. Yeah, you. Okay, good. So how often would you say you? Yeah. Okay. How often would you say that? How often would you say that you buy cosmetic products? And are your cosmetic products usually makeup? Are they face? Are they hair? What are they usually?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah, because you're supposed to, I think, like try different like exfoliants and stuff and switch.
Right.
I think once a week, 2 weeks.
Okay. And are you influenced by any means by anything that you see on TV and the media? Do you get inspiration when you see pictures? Are you like taken by that or not really?
Through tutorials, we can see some good products.
Yeah, so that also goes back to my point about the social media and the, I don't know why it's really big, honestly. Okay, so basically what is it? Basically I'm trying to create a revolutionary makeup line. I think that it's very hard these days to find a one all-encompassing line. I think it's very easy to say that, for example, like I like makeup and I like beauty products. I like to take care of myself and I like things like that. And it's very hard to find one line in particular that I say I like everything from. It's usually this line I like the face, this line I like the eyes. It's wish-washy. So basically, my line is primarily focused on the art of contouring and highlighting. I consider it an art because it is an art, and you'll see why in a bit. And possibly afterwards, it will go on to lipsticks. But right now, it's focusing on that. And my target primarily is women and some men, depending on your lifestyle, age 17 to 35. Why? Because I think that now younger girls are starting to get into makeup. And I think 17 is an okay age. It's not too young, and it's good. And 35, I think, is kind of where it gets cut off.
It gets cut off.
No, because 35
In
you
English
stop.
classroom, that's a very dangerous thing.
Well, that's just initial idea. So why? Why do I want to create this? Why am I interested in this? Why? I think that, like I said, 2015, and actually no, it started in around 2013. It's been like the year in makeup and the year in cosmetics. And I think it's the time now where people are really following makeup trends. I think that now when a trend hits, it's like instant. Everyone wants to have it. Everyone wants to do it. It's different now. So the time is now. And I said also, like I'm repeating myself basically, and social media plays a huge role in what we're seeing now. So basically, to go back to my point, as many of you guys are asking, what is contouring? What is it? So have any of you guys and girls who don't know what contouring is, have you seen pictures like this before? Where you see people where they've drawn light places under their face and they've drawn dark, and it looks kind of weird. They have like stuff all over their face and you can't figure it out what it is. Have any of you seen this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so contouring basically is an art. It's an art of bringing out your features. So what you do is basically, okay, the light part here is stuff that you want to bring out. The dark part is stuff that you want to put back. Okay, so basically what she did on her forehead here, if I want to make my nose smaller, I put dark and light. The light brings my nose forward, and the dark, any part I don't like of my nose, it pushes it back. So it's an art. It's an art of basically shape formation. Women now are able to shape their face without plastic surgery, okay? So it's basically like plastic surgery and makeup, okay? Which is why now, because now a lot of women are very concerned about how they look. So, let's show you some more. So yeah, you can see basically before and after. It makes a huge difference, before and after. From all of this. So now it's like basically, why is it so popular? Because now instead of spending thousands of dollars doing surgery, you can do it instantly. Anything you don't like on your face, you can fix it instantly. Of course, not major things, small things. And you can bring out your features. Contouring is about bringing out the best sides of you. And moving forward, basically, I interviewed girls, and I think that for my product, my line specifically, I'm trying to interview people who actually are avid makeup buyers and are avid beauty buyers as myself. I don't think it's really as important. Well, sometimes if I want to find a new market, I can interview people who don't necessarily buy makeup. But as of right now, because contouring is actually an extreme and advanced form of makeup, I think it's more important to talk to people who already are familiar with the scene. I interviewed two of my friends who are similar to me, and both of them were very optimistic about the idea, and they both agreed that there's a very large market and a growing market for makeup. And we've said, history actually has shown, I did some research, and history has shown that even during the financial times, the toughest times, especially in the States, like the economic crashes, makeup and beauty is the only line that has remained consistent. It doesn't drop. So no matter how broke you are, you're still gonna buy your lipstick. So there's the old ever crash. And basically...
Well, he's gonna buy it.
And basically, so there are products that currently exist for this thing. So I'm just trying to make a product that's more advanced. And basically, a final thought is that the more options, the better. We don't only like to be given one thing. We like to be able to have a lot of different things that we try from, which is why I think that this will work. Thank you.
Yeah. We have a lot of questions. So, Noreen, first, do you want to be high quality products and like to target like a luxury target, or your products
So I
will
think
be
that it's
everybody?
not high quality, but it's high. It's made well. I don't want cheap products. So I think that I'm not really marketing. No, I'm marketing to women. She can be normal. She can be upper class. It doesn't matter.
Price?
But I want a price. So it depends, because I'm creating different kits, powder, creams. It's different. So I think that depending on the quality of my item, that's what's going to be. But I'm not going to cut quality just to get cheaper price. No. So if I'm going to do very high quality, then the price is not going to be super cheap, but it's going to be reasonable.
Any idea about competitors? How are you going to be?
Well, the good thing is that since I'm the contouring thing, it's not, for example, like lipstick or eyeliner that's been around for a long time. It's kind of new. When I say new, it's the past 5 years, 3 years, it really took off. So I think that now actually it's a really good time, because there are only a few brands right now that are making this, and most of them are older brands. And like only some new brands have come out that are strictly contour lines. There's only like honestly like 1 or 2 that come out that are only contour lines. So it's a new market, especially in makeup, because not all of the formulas have been tried, not all of the things have been tried, so it's new. So that's why I think that there's room for improvement.
Thank you. And I have another remark, which is not very question. I remember last year also in my school, one girl wanted to make also a makeup line, and the teacher and the people from outside the class who came just to see the ideas, everyone told that it was one of the most expensive things to buy to create new products of cosmetics, because you have to respect a lot of norms, a lot of legal things, a lot of healthy things about skin, and it's like very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it. And I think also my line, it's going to be like, now you've seen a new trend in makeup where it's like cruelty-free. People now just how they care about where their food comes from. They care about where their products come from. They care about the quality of makeup they have. They care about what goes onto their face. They care about small things that they wouldn't normally care about before. So I think that I will be focusing on that. And okay, it's going to be expensive and it's going to take a long time, but I think that the end result will be worth it.
You're going to manufacture and market?
Yeah, so what I wanted to do, I'm very familiar with social media and how I've seen a lot of makeup companies start up before my own eyes, like things that I've followed from like years ago. And now I see where they are, and basically they've done everything on social media. So what I would like to do actually is start by doing social media. Like I wouldn't mind paying someone on social media to advertise my product for me, just in the beginning. And then getting it up, and then I would have my own website and I would sell my products from my website. That's how I would like to start.
No, what I meant was the actual production of your products you're going to do yourself, or you're going to buy what exists already and brand it as yours.
No,
and
I'm
take
gonna
it.
do it myself.
Wow, that's what he's talking about. That's the expense. If you're gonna,
Yeah.
Very
it's almost worth shopping around to laboratories who have product there ready to go. They just don't know how to market it.
Yeah.
And then all you need to concentrate your energies on is getting it right with the girls, the guys who want to buy this, in the way they want to buy it. And that's highly dependent on your skills in social media. I think if you try to do both, you'll find your time taken up so much with the laboratories because you need to pass so many tests, the recipes, and then it may not sell because you don't have the energy to sell it correctly. So I would think carefully about that. But I like the notion. I mean, what you're really saying is girls are looking for a one-stop shop for contouring
Yeah.
product. That doesn't exist, or there aren't many of them at the moment.
It's new, so it's like still fresh, and it's still, like for example, it's not the same. Like I said, it's not the same as if I want to go right now and buy an eyeliner. I can choose 5,500 brands of eyeliners.
Right.
Contouring, I only have like 3 or 4 brands that are like reputable.
Right.
So I want to make one that no one has a question. It's a good one. You know it's good.
But with all the different products for contouring.
Right.
Right.
And for different skin tones because it's different, so you have a range.
Okay. Well, you have to start in one place for that. The skin tones issue, if you start trying to do too many,
Yeah.
again, it's going to be the expense of getting it right for the skin tones have to do with the chemicals that you apply to the face as much as they do to the finished product.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think of starting small and shopping around for labs that already do product, and you package a new brand and you signal a new message, because otherwise you're really going to have to invest a lot in health, in particular health standards. So think about that. The other question I had is, to what extent are people able to order the mix they want? Or was it fairly fixed?
So basically what I'm going to do is that the ones that currently exist, so when I mean skin tones, I don't mean like you get one, like this, like a foundation that has 20 skin tones, no. A contour kit, for example, it would be like around the size of this notebook. And it would be sliced up, for example, into 4 colors. Because in order to contour your face, you have to have like a mixture of different colors. So it would be sliced up, and for example, there would be light, medium, dark. Or I could start, for example, with light, dark. So you would get, it's not only one product, you're getting like a 6-in-1. And someone who's in between can work with them. Or what some people have done is that they just made like one palette and they've done extremes. They've done like a really dark one, a light brown, a really bright tan color, and a medium tan color. So everyone's able to work with it. So actually, it's not as complicated, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'd give everyone the same advice that I'm giving Sharif at the moment, is do not try to do everything. So for example, if you're going to produce your black caviar, then just do that and market it to those people who will sell to the end consumer. Or you get people to do it, that is, you don't take the cost or the burden, and you specialize in getting them to the delis and wherever Sarah thinks they would sell. To do both is really, really tough. More importantly, it's very likely, not with caveat sales, but in terms of your contours, that there are laboratories developing their lines, and they just don't have people who know how to sell them.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, fine, I'll take a batch, provided it hits all the required standards, and I will market it the way I want, so it's my brand. Yeah? I would pick up the phone to labs and find out what they've got, because you can start that tomorrow. The model I'm talking about is the same model where, I mean, I can't remember her name, I've met her, the girl from the London Business School about 10 years ago, where she simply started sample packing. I don't know what it's called now, I forget it, where you just get samples of makeup, you get samples of perfumes, etc. So that's a gift in itself. So that cost her nothing to source from the brands. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the gift samples where you pack some and you send them to people. Look for things that already exist, where you take the responsibility for doing the selling. You get the better margins in the chain, and you're always in control of where the customer is. And I think that's what your passion is actually the people you are providing for, rather than the extent of how do I mix it, what temperatures does this exist at, etc., etc. Okay, good, thanks, Rita.